It started the way stupid ideas always do, with boredom. It was a Friday night, nothing to do, nowhere to go, and too much restless energy bottled up between the five of us. We sat in the back of Nate's car, parked under the buzzing fluorescent light of a gas station that smelled faintly of rust and oil. That's when Jasmine said it. "Let's go to the Crystal Woods." At first we laughed, the way people laugh when someone brings up Bloody Mary or the Ouija board. But even while we laughed, I noticed the silence that followed her words. Everyone shifted uncomfortably, eyes darting to one another, because we all knew what that place was, and more importantly, what people said about it. The gas station clerk overheard. He was this old man with gray hair that looked like it had never been brushed, his hands trembling as he slid our drinks across the counter, his eyes wide bloodshot, terrified, locked on us. "Don't go there," he said, voice barely a whisper. "Not tonight, not ever." We tried brushing it off, but he leaned closer. "If you see the stone chair, don't sit in it. Don't touch it. Don't even look too long." His hand shook so bad, the coins spilled across the counter. That should have been enough to stop us. But we were young, stupid, and drunk on the thrill of daring fate. By the time we reached the tree line, the air had already shifted. The woods weren't like any other woods. The trunks shimmered faintly under the moonlight, as if shards of glass were buried inside them, reflecting the light back at us. The deeper we went, the quieter it became. No owls, no crickets, not even the wind. Just the sound of our breathing, and the crunch of leaves underfoot. And then came the clearing, perfectly circular. The grass inside shorter than the wild brush we'd been pushing through, almost manicured. At the center stood a gazebo, stone pillars cracked and worn, ivy clinging like veins across its surface. And inside that gazebo was the chair. It was massive, carved from a single block of stone, the surface etched with symbols that pulsed faintly as though lit from within. Not glowing exactly, but breathing. It didn't look like a throne for a king. It looked like a trap. Jasmine smirked. She always had to be the brave one, the one who proved everyone else a coward. "What? You guys scared of a chair?" She laughed, striding forward before anyone could stop her. Her hand brushed the stone. I swear to God, the entire forest seemed to exhale. The mist thickened, swallowing the clearing. Shadows stretched long, bending unnaturally, and then she sat down. It was like the world locked into place. Her smile died instantly. She tried to get up, but her body wouldn't move. Her eyes widened, lips trembling, but no sound came out. She was frozen in that chair. That's when we noticed the figure. At first it was just a shape near the gazebo's edge. A statue, we thought. A knight clad in black armor, holding a longbow. But then it moved. The head turned with the sound of grinding metal. Its gaze locked onto Jasmine. The bow rose. Tim ran forward, screaming her name. He didn't even get halfway before the knight loosed the arrow. It didn't fly like an arrow should. It drifted, slow and deliberate, slicing through the air as if it enjoyed the kill. It buried itself in Tim's chest. He gasped, staggered, and collapsed at Jasmine's feet. His blood spread across the stone like it was feeding the symbols. I screamed. I threw rocks, sticks, anything I could grab. Each one shattered against the knight's armor like glass. It didn't flinch. It didn't even acknowledge me. Jasmine's eyes begged for help, but the chair held her. Finally, the knight lowered its bow. The mist drew back. Jasmine collapsed forward, free at last. She crawled away, sobbing so hard her body shook. We dragged her, and we ran, tripping, falling, clawing through the trees, until we burst out of the forest into the early gray light of dawn. But Tim never came out. Later, when the sun was high, I forced myself to go back. I told myself I had to find him, but the forest had changed. The clearing was gone. The gazebo was gone. The chair was gone. Just endless rows of ordinary trees swaying in the breeze. No blood, no footprints, no Tim. It was like the woods had swallowed him whole. That was 3 years ago. Jasmine doesn't talk about it anymore. She barely talks at all. At night she wakes up screaming, sometimes clawing at her chest, like she's still trapped in that chair. As for me, I don't go near those woods. I don't even drive past them, because I know the truth now. The chair isn't always there. It doesn't wait for you. It chooses you. And one day, when the forest decides, it'll open up again. The clearing will return. The gazebo will return. And when it does, it won't be finished with us. So if you ever find yourself near the crystal woods, and you stumble into a clearing that shouldn't exist, if you see a gazebo older than time, if you see that throne carved from stone, don't touch it. Don't sit in it. Don't even look too long, because once it sees you, it never forgets, and it always wants you back.